driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. I shared all the groups. I believe I did. I did. Okay. Good. Welcome. Give it a few minutes for people to hop on this. Well, it's trying to be spring out there. It's still a little chilly for me. It'd probably be okay if I didn't take blood thinners. But I do. In fact, if you're an alcoholic, you may need to take blood thinners. So. I'm not going to start talking on it for a minute, and I don't know what else to talk about. Actually, that's what I could talk about. Not knowing what to do. I'm going through some bad depression today. And there's no real cause. It's just because. That's how depression works. Right? So most of my day has been trying to figure out what to do about my depression. Hung out for a little bit, just hung out next to my wife. Helped a little bit. My wife always helps. So she asked me, is there anything I can do? And I'm like, no, not really. Just being there. When somebody's depressed, just being around is comforting enough for most people. Realizing that they're going through it, and just, you don't have to tiptoe around them, but sometimes people need space. I tend to wander a lot when I'm depressed. Okay, before I get started, I'm going to tell a little joke. You want to know how to clear a room of people? Let a man start sharing his feelings. That'll do it. That's not totally true. So, all right, we've definitely hit the 3-minute mark. So welcome to Daily Trudge. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. And if you're here, please say hello. Watching, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. So I'm going to kind of reiterate some stuff. Sorry, rewatchers. Just for the people coming on and stuff. That I'm having a hard day. I have a lot of depression, and there's no real reason for it. And I'm not coming on here for attention or empathy or anything. I do appreciate my friends being here. Don't get me wrong. So, but there's no real rational cause as to why I have depression. So, I kind of went and laid down for a little bit, let my brain think on it. And come to the decision that I have too many things going on. I'm going to get rid of some of them. If they resurface, fantastic. If not, then. But Dion needs to simplify his life a little bit. See, I have this thing called, I have limitations. And I don't talk about these limitations oftentimes because a lot of times people take it wrong. They call me lazy. They call me, I'm always in my pajamas. That doesn't mean I'm lazy. It's just, I don't always remember to put pants on. My brain just doesn't function like it used to. And that's very frustrating. I'm a social butterfly. I'm a Virgo. I love having people over. I love going out. I love playing softball, volleyball. I actually love doing all that stuff. But I just can't bring myself to leave the house. Right? So part of this, and the reason I'm covering is and I'm doing it here because I do things by example, is so that I can talk about taking care of myself first and how that needs to be done. And I'm hoping that me talking about that might help you through maybe some depression for you later on, or maybe it'll help you today. Who knows? Who knows? Right? Now, I'm not in a depressed kind of mood where I want to cry. I don't know. I just feel down. And it is because I've got a lot of things going on, but nothing is getting done. Nothing is getting done. And Dion needs things to get done, or I do not feel satisfied. Or I will come on here 5 days thinking it's going to solve that problem, and it won't. It's not how that works. Right? So my whole fundraising, all that stuff, you're all right, Chris. Yeah. Nobody ever needs to apologize for coming into these late, because who knows when you got the actual notification. And I've actually been working on notifications all week just to find out that the Wix, who supports my webpage, will not let me have access to a file. And yeah, so a week worth of work gone. I'm not going to get into it. But on the 7th, we have a meeting with a guy that wants to come in and start doing our website. Right? And he's going to be doing that of his own volition. And I bet it turns out 10 times better than anything I put together. So I'm excited for that. We still have some neat things. That does, Gary, so you know, that doesn't mean the church is going away. No. In fact, what I want to do is double down on the church. That's what I want to do. Would it be really neat to open up a home and do all that stuff? Yes, it would be, and it still needs to be done. But I tell you, it just scares the fuck out of me. I'm just going to tell you that. It scares the fuck out of me. I'm afraid I will fail. Okay? Remember, I just got done talking about my limitations. Am I actually going to be able to be there all the time? I think I would. I don't think I would have a problem with that. But I never know how to get to that next level. And I'm just tired of it. People wanting more things from me in order to get that. I'm done with all that. I need to go my own route. I need my own stuff. Right? I just had a fellow podcaster reach out, and this is kind of what got me out of my days was, he's like, do people give you constructive criticism on your podcasting? Am I taking it personally? The thing is, you never know what somebody's intentions are. When somebody gives me constructive criticism, I try and listen. 90% chance I'm not going to utilize it. But that's because, I also have to remember that I know what I'm doing here. And sometimes people just like to cause problems. And that's what I was explaining to them, is you got to find that balance in there. Can I treat everybody the same? Yes, no, short answers. But what it comes down to is it comes down to us, because they brought up a good point. He said, is this my ego? And I thought that was a great question, because it is partially the ego. So what do? We toss some humility in there and check our intentions. There's our answer, right? And that's how I get through those things when people want to give me constructive criticism. I don't get it that much. I really don't. Most of the time, I just hear people say that we're blowing anonymity, which we're not. So that's with the podcasting. So they'll get over it. They really will. The fact of the matter is this, and I'll get to that. The fact of the matter is this: I can only do so much, and I am feeling very unsatisfied with life. I know it doesn't seem that way, but inside every day is a battle, and I'm tired of fighting it. Not fighting it, but I'm tired of dealing with it. You know, I know what you mean. I felt down sometimes, and I had depression before, and then I became an alcoholic. I know it's fear when things don't go as usual, and lost myself confidence for a while. I always come back to the third step and go hard to carry the message. It's good stuff, man. Yeah, getting out of self is one of the best ways to get out of depression. This was a little different where I had to think of myself first, though. Because when I'm like this, I can't pour from an empty cup. So I'm going through the process right now to get to that third step. Okay. So that is the correct answer. Thank you. I don't know who wrote it. Oh, it's Patricia. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Or somebody else wrote it and I changed them over to Facebook user. um, I really do want to do the most that I can, right? Well, if I have something that's going to serve 100,000 people in 2 years, I know it doesn't suffice to what it is that we need. Um, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of naysayers, and there's a lot of bullshit that happens. I don't want any part of it. I don't even want to hear about it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. Go do what you need to do. But I'll let you know, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. You hurt God's children, you're going to hear about it. Right? So there is no more go back and forth, do that now. Trudging Together is going to do what it needs to do. I'm going to get back to what we do best, and that is carry the message. Yeah. Carry the message. Now I had a chance to get on with a bigger church and things like that, but a few weeks ago, a bunch of like Chris is saying, BS happened, and the church split. I'm sorry, but my morals don't let me do things like that. I don't work division. Okay. And I'm not going to go over there and say I support this side, I support that side, because I don't know those people well enough to make that decision. Okay? They want things from me that I'm just not willing to do. I'm not, because I'm not going to go join their dream team in the winner's circle. See, for them, it's all about money, but for me, it's about helping. So you can see that where my frustrations lie. I've always had to wait I've always had to wait on other people for things to be accomplished. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do things that I can accomplish. And my team, don't get me wrong, that Trudging Together can do. So we have a team of people, and anybody's welcome to join Trudging Together. It is not what you think it is. On the outside, it's perfect the way that it is. The inside, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of things to get done. This is also starting to affect my personal life. My house is not getting taken care of. I haven't finished up Mother's Day stuff yet. I got to do the dishes. right? And I have all these other things piling on me, and I just want to form a damn meeting. And then we're gonna figure out money. I don't need to make money right now, but gosh, yeah, I do. So, thinking the best route on that is probably the recovery coach. We'll see. See, there's also another whole list of things that I would need to get done in order. It's not as many as I think it is, though. I doubt it is. But that's something that I can do from home too. So, but there's going to be days when we want to help other people, but thankfully we're not all sick on the same day. Does that make sense? And this has nothing to do with my alcoholism. Let me rephrase that. This has nothing to do with alcohol at all. I've always had depression. And I am on meds for them, but here's the thing is if you can be on meds, but that's not going to solve your problem, right? Those meds aren't going to solve your problem. What we need to do is get into therapy. So yeah, I'm going to be backing off on a lot of stuff and taking it easier on Dion. I've put too many expectations on myself. So I'm going to do the parts of all of this that are fun for me. Because like I said, life feels very, bleh. It just feels stale and staticky to me right now. And it's hard for me to do things when I'm in that mood. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll be out of this. Or I start to feel a little bit better. So I'm at my 3:00 meeting. I'll probably do the dishes during that. So I feel like I got something accomplished today, right? Right. But if we don't take care of ourselves, what happens is our cup becomes empty. And when that happens for me, that's what I did to myself. I think I gave away too much. So, all right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. It was good to see y'all. And go out there and take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out and have a day.